Shalom Yasharal. This is picking up on times of trouble, times of affliction, part 2. This is we're gonna look at verse 10 right here. He says, "Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in Yahuwah and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?" So when you're looking at the days of old, when you're going through these different books and stuff like that, he's saying, to look at these people. Did he ever forsaken them? No, he has not. If you keeping his ways, his anger will not be upon you. His anger is turned from you. So let's go to Psalm 34, chapter 34, verse 4. We have to remember these things. Yasharal, Israel, verse 4. It says, "I sought Yahuwah, and he heard me, and delivered me from all my fears." So look, there it is. Because you keeping his commandments, you cleaving unto him. During the times of your affliction, you start praying towards our homeland. So he will hear your prayers. And he will deliver you. As the scripture says, he is full of deliverance. I'm going to pull that in a minute. But he says, "And he heard me and delivered me from all my fears." Now, let's go back to Sirach. Those of you who have the missing books, it's called the Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus. Times of Affliction is chapter 2, all the way, the whole chapter, man. It's a good chapter. You can read that. That's a whole sermon itself. What is I'm looking for? Verse 11. It says, "For Yahuwah is full of compassion," which means he's compassionate, "and mercy, long suffering," which means he is patient. He's full of patience and very pitiful, and forgives sins, and saves in time of affliction. So he also saved in times of affliction. This is why he said in verse 7, "Wait for his mercy and go not aside." Because the Most High, he is full of deliverance. Yes, Israel, during the time of our affliction as a nation, that's the ultimate deliverance that he's going to deliver us from the hands of our enemies, as the book of Luke chapter 1, 68 through 74 states. But as individuals, as we're going through our personal afflictions, he is going to deliver us from our personal afflictions as well. He is full of deliverance. As the scripture says, if you come to serve Yahuwah, prepare yourself for temptation. And so I want to go to it's another scripture. It's another scripture I'm thinking of. I can't. I know it's in the book of Acts. No, it's in the book of Acts. But anyways, in the book of Acts, it states that through many hardships we will enter the kingdom. I don't have that in my notes right now. Let me double check. Okay, it's all good. But yeah, if you get a moment, Yasharal, I encourage to to look for that scripture. Look for that scripture. It's in the book of Acts for sure, where it is, where it states that through many hardships is how we would enter the kingdom. So you know, you're not going to enter the kingdom by having a good, easy, breezy life. Like, no, you finna go through some hell, you finna go through some storm, you finna even walk through the fire. You know, as you know, let me go back to Psalms, to Sirach real quick. You know, because it's a good verse in there. Verse 5. It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So for gold is tried in the fire. So even gold, which is one of the most precious jewels in the world, even gold is tried. Gold gotta go through things to get to that unique form that we put it in. It has to go through the things. And we, Israel, we are the most high jewels as well. You know, we are his special treasure. So we gotta go through the fire in order for him to put us in a good, unique form. See what I'm saying? And and these are the things that we have to keep in mind while we going through the times of affliction. Hebrews 13:5. We're gonna go there real quick. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 5. It says, let your conversations be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. So be content with the things that you have. You know, during the times of our afflictions, you know, we could be like, oh, we don't have this, we don't have that. But be content with what you have. And if you don't have a lot, the Most High, if you content with what you have, the Most High, he's going to bless you to be, you know, on the next level. He's going to move you there. But you have to endure. You have to keep enduring and keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments. He don't deal with sinners. Picking him back up, and be content with such things as ye have. For Yahuwah has said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. So as long as this, going back to Sirach, where he said, you know, anyone that ever trusted in him, did he ever, you know, despise them? No. For as long as we're keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments, he will not leave us nor forsake us. So we just have to make sure that we're keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our abilities. For I can do all things through the Messiah who strengthens me. So, I want to also go to James chapter 1. We're going to go there real quick. James chapter 1, we're going to start at verse 2. He says, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your belief works patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. So once again, we have to be patient in the times of our afflictions, of our temptations, because, you know, patience will have her work. You know, Psalms 46, verse 1 says, Yahuwah is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. So, before I go, Israel, I just want to leave this with you. I'm gonna put it in the next video.